in 6 months' time, you will not recognize that gross initiation, spiritual initiation feeling that you're feeling if you stop and watch this video. So we have our first initial spiritual awakening. Usually 5 years after that, we hit a dark night of the soul, the darkest dark night of the soul that you have ever experienced. Now, you will have experienced dark nights of the soul before this one. So if this is your first dark night of the soul, it's not the one. Sorry if you can hear my dog huffing and puffing. Now, with the first initial spiritual awakening that we have, that is the education phase and the awareness phase. Now, after that is when you can hit embodiment. Now, it does take years after, and you start to realize how unembodied you were, and you start to recognize all of the full of shit spiritual people online. That's how you know, because you get the econ spirituality. You're like, this ain't for me. This shit ain't working. I'm not fucking aligned with that anymore. Like, what the actual fuck is that? That's how you know. And this is pushing you into embodiment. Now, it may be that it takes you away from the spiritual path for a while, and that's what happened with me. And that is how you know that you're going to get redirected back onto it at some stage, but that's how you know that you're initiating. Now, what happens when we initiate in our bodies is core emotional blocks are going to rise. Now, these blocks epigenetically are held in our body, and they come from our generational line, past lives, and experiences in this life. And they shape who we have become, hence our conditioning before we remove the conditioning. Now, a lot of the healing that we do with our first spiritual awakening is not shit that's actually going to change your life. It's a lot of identification of trauma and not a lot of removing the trauma from the body, because trauma sits in the body. When you remove it from the body, you actually can realize who the fuck you are, what your spiritual gifts are, and actually begin to take action on those gifts. Now, you'll notice that a lot of spiritual people, especially within the first couple of years, are surrendering, manifesting, but no real action is being taken, hence no real life-changing results, which is why we stay at home in our parents' bedrooms. We're not doing the things that we want to be doing. You know, we might travel in a van because that's what we can afford and we think that we're living the dream, or we might go and live in Bali, but it ain't fucking it, and it's not true freedom. True freedom is financial freedom, and money is spiritual. And as soon as you realize that, and as soon as you connect with that, without being like, money isn't energy, like money isn't real and fucking rah rah rah. Like, yes, money is an energy. Money is an energetic state based, and like you receive it based on the blocks that you hold in your body, and that is the level of freedom in which you are able to hold true freedom. Because money is freedom. I don't care what anybody fucking says. And money is very spiritual, and money is the thing that shows you the evidence of your spiritual work here on earth, which is why a lot of people try to tell you that money is not spiritual.